came far, but we ain't far. Flame cigars, we gon' raise the bar. We came far, but we ain't far. Flame cigars, we gon' raise the bar. We came far, but we ain't far. Flame cigars, we gon' raise the bar. Came far, but we ain't far. Flame cigars, we gon' raise the bar.
Hey, what's going on, people? This is Raising the Bar with AD Robinson here. Man, I'm so excited. Bit nervous, I must say, because this is out of my comfort zone, but so excited because guess what we're doing? We're raising the bar in our own communities. You know, something I always wanted to do with this show. Just have some conversations or bring some conversations to the table. I'm a type of guy that's pretty much open to perspective. Of course, I have my own opinions, but I'm also open to different perspectives so we can actually build together. So that's what we're doing. We're raising the bar in our community. First off, I just want to talk about what did we just have? We just had the Ludacris versus Nelly. Man, I'm telling you, it took me back to high school when I was 13. I think they both said that it was a 20-year anniversary, right? So I'm talking to my wife. She's right there. She don't want to be on camera. But it was their 20th year anniversary this year. And I'm 33, so yeah, I was about 13 when they both first came on the scene. And I'm telling you, man, it just took me back to, I'm telling you, like, just some memorable moments, and that was a time to remember. And I just started thinking, like the culture then is so different from hip-hop culture today. Of course, we have the trap music. Now there's different genres of trap. I didn't know that, but there's different genres of trap music. But then back then it was more commercialized, guys. If you've seen Ludacris videos, they was totally out of the box, in your face, big head, little bodies. It's just crazy videos, man. And but today everybody's too cool for that, we're just too cool for that. But the culture have definitely changed. I can't say it changed for the better or worse because we all have our own perspectives, of course. And today I think it's more about, what do you think? Money? What? Well, yeah, we're about evolution, evolving. I won't say just money, but I think it's about what's that word I'm looking for? It's more about being authentic. People nowadays, because we have so much access to individuals, that we really want to know who they are. So we follow them on social media, we follow them on podcasts, and we follow them on interviews and things of that nature because we really want to see who they are. So today, artists have to be truly authentic with themselves, and they can't. Not saying that Ludacris had this character, but it's not as animated as it was back then. Though we do have a few artists out here that still bring creativity, like DaBaby, one of the guys who just remind me of how we used to do it back in the day. And also what's that guy named? Lil Yachty. He's very creative, wearing dresses. And if y'all seen that video about Oprah, it's called like Oprah Money or something like that. What is it? Oprah's bank account, that's the name of it. Yeah. But yeah, the culture's changed, and hats off. I like to dive in and just talk to the younger, I don't want to say young people, but the younger, because I'm not that much older than, I'm only 33. So I'll say the younger generation to pretty much see how they think and their perspective, because they pretty much grew up in, the social media era. And I just like to dive in and see how they think, and just to catch their vibes. I don't want to get old quick. That's one thing. I just want to keep learning, keep growing, keep learning from the younger generation, because I don't want to get old quick. And I'm speaking a lot about culture then and today because really this episode is dedicated to the class of 2020. Um, Now, we all know that we have this pandemic going on today. We've been shut in, we've been closed in. Not too many of students are able to graduate. Well, publicly. Um, they're getting their papers to graduate, right? The degrees. They just can't, they can't. It's not traditional. They can't walk across the stage, and you know, hats off, man. I really admire your patience in this era, and I'm talking to the younger generation, class of 2020, because back then I graduated 2005. We just had to turn up. We just had to go to parties. We was totally grown, as I would call it. We thought we was older than what we were, but anyway, we just had to do those things, and you guys are not able to do that and enjoy your moment. So this show is really dedicated to you all today. I want to say congratulations to 2020, the class of 2020, and also we had a few commencements as well, right? We had Barack Obama, man. He's really great. I might just play a clip from what he spoke about throughout the commencement.
Along with the usual challenges of growing up, all of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, and the specter of climate change. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through, just as you've been looking forward to proms and senior nights, graduation ceremonies, and let's face it, a whole bunch of parties, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. And as much as I'm sure you love your parents, I'll bet that being stuck at home with them and playing board games or watching Tiger King on TV is not exactly how you envisioned the last few months of your senior year. Now, I'll be honest with you. The disappointments of missing a live graduation, those will pass pretty quick. I don't remember much of my own high school graduation. I know that not having to sit there and listen to a commencement speaker isn't all that bad.
You guys get, the president, number 44, to give you a commencement. Man, see, that's one thing that you guys got that we didn't. The first black president to do a commencement speech. So congratulations on that part. But yeah, throughout this pandemic, man, we all are somewhat suffering in our own rights. Although I'm an essential, I work at a bank as a banker or whatnot. I do still sense the burden of others. Talking to clients, I know a good portion of my clients are unemployed, receiving unemployment cards, and just hearing their struggles. Some are not really struggling because they're making more now unemployed than they were when they had a job, which is pretty cool, if you look at it that way. But just diving into their lives, just hearing their stories. My hats really go out to you all who's struggling. So, just keep your head up, just keep looking towards the brighter days, and just keep watching your bank account, because I think it's $600 a week. Man, that's what, like 18 an hour, 17 an hour. That's pretty good to be, unemployed, doing nothing. And plus, I think, this year's a time for us to really chill anyway, man. Like, we've been on the go so much. We've been doing so much that I don't think we had time enough to really sit down and take time for ourselves. And I'm a big believer in prayer, meditation and praying. I don't think we had a time. I don't think we had the time to face the person that I think we needed to face most, and that's the person in the mirror. Now we get that time to actually face the person in the mirror. We get to face this person that God created. We get to face what our purpose in life truly is, and we get to propel if we take this time to meditate, to pray, and just really think on those things that are pure, true, and good. So I think we just have a time to just focus or refocus or reposition ourselves so that we can propel into next year. Like for instance, I think they just passed a $3 trillion bill at the House. Now it has to go to the Senate if they approve it, or if 45 approves it, to get another $1,200 into our bank accounts, which is good. Now, I do have one problem. Please don't spend that money just on TVs. I'm not telling you to not buy anything that you like, but what I'm telling you is to put your money somewhere where it would help you in the future. Put your money somewhere where it can propel you next year, or when everything is over. And with that, we all need a plan. We need a financial plan. We need a goal, a mission. That's why I say it's good to kind of sit down and meditate to see what we really want to do, to see what our true purpose is, because now we can invest in that once we create a plan. But let's not go out here and just buy TVs and what's some other stuff people are doing? Jewelry, cars, and stuff like that. So I just think we should just use this money wisely, especially our community. We just need to think, visualize what we want to do. I'm a strong advocate in business ownership, entrepreneurship. I'm borderline, well, yeah, I am a capitalist. You can say that. But I'm strongly opinionated in capitalization or capitalism in our community. I really want or encourage us to build businesses in our community. So if we have the opportunity to save up, to stack up, we can actually build businesses. That way we can support our community, and then we can propel our community into a brighter future. One thing that Robert F. Smith was talking about on yesterday on CNN, I'm actually play that clip for you guys as well.
Sir, you are helping banks you don't own.
Correct.
You are helping small businesses that you don't own. You are
Correct.
calling the government. You're calling banks. You're doing all this stuff. And not only that, you're trying to move the culture. You're working with Deion Taylor. Help me understand why. I don't see any other billionaire. I don't see any other billionaire on planet Earth doing what you're doing, trying to help businesses that they don't even own. Why are you doing that?
It is important for us to ensure that I'm going to say these words, don't waste this crisis. This has been the first redistribution of capital of size and mass from the government to the citizens of America. Our community needs to ensure that we get our fair share of this and the ability to modernize, repair, restore, and regenerate our community.
Speaking of finance, again, I know I mentioned that a lot of us are going through some financial hardship, may cause some anxiety, may cause some depression. And I just want to touch on this topic a little bit because it is mental health awareness month. Mental health month. Am I saying that right? Got my wife right here. She's helping me out. What is it, babe? Mental Health Awareness Month. That's what we're taking the time to bring awareness to mental health. And as a black man, I must say that I deal with sometimes I deal with anxiety. Although I do pray and meditate, but sometimes I allow my thoughts to get away from me, and it is a struggle. It is a struggle to come back, I'm telling you. That's why it's always good to connect with your loved ones and connect with people who's going to speak into your life, speak good things into your life, and just remind you who you are in God. Man, that's powerful when you begin to connect with people like that. Because sometimes I can think about one thought and it can lead to another thought, which can lead to another thought. And now I'm in this mental wreck because I just thought myself there, thought my way there. And my wife is handing me something. What you got, babe? Oh, she gave me some good tips because she works in mental health. Shout out. Should I name it? Oh, well, okay, I'm not gonna name it, but she works in mental health in that field. And actually, I'm going to school this coming August. I'm going to finish my degree in communication and psychology. Plan is to become a therapist and some other stuff, but we'll get into that later. But here's some tips right here. Be kind to your mind. Tips to cope with stress during COVID-19. Pause. Meaning breathe. Notice how you feel. And I speak a lot about that, especially without church, about self-awareness. We don't talk much about, in the Christian community, we don't talk much about self-awareness. I don't know why, but I'm a big advocate of self-awareness. But take notice of how you feel. Take a break from COVID-19 content. Make time to sleep and exercise. This is a big one. You know what? After I think myself into a mental wreck, I would go outside and jump rope. Man, that helps a lot. I either run or jump rope. Reach out and stay connected. Sometimes, even when we're with people, I know sometimes when I'm even with my wife, sometimes I just, I won't be there. I'll be thinking about something else. But I have to remind myself to be connected, be in tune with my wife, and just be there in the moment. Always stay present. You have to stay present. That is a big deal. Staying present with your loved ones. That's a big part of staying connected. And seek help. Now, if it gets overwhelming or you feel like you're about to do some physical harm to yourself, it's always good to seek help. And besides, like, if you do the step before that, which is reaching out, your loved ones will get a sense that you're not doing so well, and that probably can prevent you from going to that next level, of doing some physical harm. But it's always good to remain connected to yourself, remain connected to the people around you, and remain connected to your environment in general. I think that'll help a lot with that. So I just wanted to touch on those three things. We talked about Nelly and Luda. Personally, I think Luda won. Hey, it is what it is. Maybe I'm just hating because Nelly took his shirt off. Maybe that's one of the things, and I'm not as buff yet. But I still think Luda won. And I want to touch on a commencement speech, and just hats off to the class of 2020. Hope you guys do great things. And just learn from our mistakes, take into consideration what we've done right and wrong, and learn from our mistakes. And also, I wanted to touch on Mental Awareness Month. So that's all I have for today with Raising the Bar with A.D. Robinson. I hope you guys take it easy. You can follow me on IG at Setting the Tone. That's setting_DA_TONE. Or you can follow me on Facebook. That is A.D. Robinson. Or I'm not really on Twitter. Or you can just email me, adrobinson.inspire@gmail.com. Alright, you guys have a great day. Take it easy.
We came far, but we ain't far. Flame cigars, we gon' raise the bar. We came far, but we ain't far. Flame cigars, we gon' raise the bar.